As First Lady of the United States, and mother to a beloved son, Melania Trump undoubtedly has plenty to be thankful for. But the 46-year-old made sure to share the love on Thanksgiving, giving back to some of the men and women who worked tirelessly to help others during and the aftermath of Hurricane Harvey in Texas. Melania and her husband, President Donald Trump, 71, who are spending the holiday at the family's exclusive Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida, took some time out of their day to meet with members of the state's Coast Guard, joining the hard-working servicemen and women at their station in Riviera Beach in order to serve them lunch. The First Lady dressed very casually for the occasion, donning a pink gingham shirt from J. Crew, the same 2012 design that she modeled back in August when she, Donald, and their 11-year-old son Barron returned to the White House from Camp David. Mother of one, Melania paired her laid-back shirt with a pair of dark trousers, and an official White House baseball cap, eschewing her FLOTUS printed hat in favor of the new white trim design. She also left her trademark heels at home, opting instead to wear a pair of casual sneakers. Completing her casual, comfy style, Melania pulled her long brunette locks back into a ponytail, tucking it through the gap in her hat, and wore minimal makeup, just her signature bronzer and nude lip. Melania looked happy and relaxed as she and the president addressed the dozen or so servicemen and women, thanking them for their continued efforts, and particularly highlighting the incredible work they did in the days and weeks after Hurricane Harvey. After speaking with the group, the first couple then served lunch to the men and women, before happily posing for some pictures with the uniform-clad workers. Taking to her Twitter account, Melania shared several of the pictures, showing herself shaking hands with a number of the Coast Guard members, posing with the whole group, and handing out sandwiches, chips, and other tasty treats. "Thrilled to spend part of our Thanksgiving W the local Coast Guard station in Florida," she wrote alongside the snaps. "Thank you to all members of the military who keep us safe." President Trump, meanwhile, opted for a slightly more serious topic of discussion, the sale of military equipment to foreign countries. He explained candidly that he tries to make sure that the military equipment the U.S. sells abroad is not quite as good as what the country keeps at home. "I always say, make ours a little bit better," he said. "Keep about 10% in the bag." And that same logic apparently extends to material sold to the country's closest allies, with Trump explaining, "You never know about an ally. An ally can turn. Nobody has the equipment that we have." He added that the country is doing really well, pointing to stock market records and his efforts to roll back regulations and beef up the military. The president also took the time to praise the efforts of the Coast Guard, telling the group, "There is no brand that went up more than the Coast Guard. What a job you've done." The first couple provided lunch for the men and women spending Thanksgiving at the station near Trump's Mar-a-Lago club, including turkey sandwiches, giant muffins, heaping baskets of fruit, chips and cookies. They were then set to return to the luxury resort in order to enjoy private Thanksgiving celebrations with their family, friends, and some of Trump's inner circle, a group which is though to include his daughter Ivanka, her husband, White House Special Advisor Jared Kushner, and their 3 children, Arabella, Joseph, and Theodore. There was no rest for the wicked before they headed off for their long weekend away, however. This week, Melania began preparations for Christmas at the White House this week, first receiving the official tree on Monday, along with her son Barron, and then beginning the all-important task of decorating it, and the building itself. She even managed to maintain a suitably wintry outfit while decorating, opting to keep a warm coat on, despite being inside the White House. Some of the pictures, which show Melania admiring the gingerbread house, and then decorating it with a tiny wreath-made of icing, appear to have been taken shortly after she and son Barron oversaw the arrival of the official White House tree. In them, Melania is wearing the same festive red turtleneck sweater, black trousers, and knee-high leather boots she was pictured in when the tree was delivered to the White House, as well as the same warm red and blue plaid coat she had on to keep out the winter chill. Others show FLOTUS in a chic beige dress as ties a bow on a wreath, and puts up official White House-themed decorations on a small tree, which she does while wearing a matching collared coat, again despite being indoors, with her hair left in loose waves around her shoulders. Melania shared the images on her official Twitter account, along with the caption, "Preparations are underway to celebrate holidays at the White House." It has certainly been a festive week for the Trump family. On Tuesday, the president and his wife hosted the annual National Thanksgiving Turkey presentation, during which he pardoned a turkey called drumstick as is tradition in the White House. While addressing the crowds at the event, Trump, standing alongside Melania and Barron, pointed out that in his first 10 months in office he's worked to overturn the executive actions of his predecessor, President Obama. However, I have been informed by the White House counsel's office that Tater and Todd's pardon cannot, under any circumstances, be revoked, the president joked, name-dropping the era and the spirit of last year's turkey pardon. For this event, Melania once again ensured her outfit matched the very fall-focused occasion, wearing a brown skirt and a rust-colored turtleneck, while donning a brown floral jacket around her shoulders for warmth. The coat featured several large flower-shaped patterns in autumnal rusts, reds, and creams. Shortly after the ceremony, the Trump family headed to celebrate the holidays at the president's exclusive Mar-a-Lago resort in Florida, where he traditionally hosts family, friends and close contacts for a lavish dinner in celebration of Thanksgiving. But before that, and before the turkey pardoning fun, Melania and Barron had their own festive responsibility, welcoming this year's official White House Christmas tree. Barron, who is Trump's youngest son, and his only child with Melania, hasn't been spotted much since moving to Washington, though President Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama often enlisted the help of daughters Sasha and Malia around the holidays. Monday's appearance by the two Trumps, however, was short and sweet. First, a horse-drawn carriage pulled up this year's tree, which will eventually be situated in the Blue Room. The White House's giant Christmas trees almost always fill the entire room. This year's tree was provided by the Chapman family of Silent Night Evergreens, located in Endeavor, Wisconsin. They were the winners of the National Christmas Tree Association National Tree Contest. The winners of the contest have provided the official White House Christmas tree since 1966, the White House said. Melania stepped onto the north portico, sporting the same black slacks, shield boots, red turtleneck sweater and plaid trench coat she wore in the images later shared on her Twitter account. A dressed-up